Wow, what a game. Got to give the Texans a ton of credit. I know they were shorthanded defensively today, and they absolutely kicked our ass. Um, but I thought, conversely, I thought our defense played outstanding. And then, you know, uh, we knew we were going to take some shots. That's a really good football team, definitely well coached. You're right. Um, but definitely well coached, and we talked about it. We knew we were going to take some punches, and it was all about how we responded. And I was proud of the effort of our guys. It's hard to overcome three turnover or losing the turnover battle by three in this league. I don't know if we've ever done that, and still come out and find a way to win the game. So certainly a lot of things to clean up in every phase, but ultimately at the end of it, we'll do that. We'd rather do that after a win, obviously, and I'm just really proud of our guys' effort and their ability to stick together and just find a way to battle it out.
Matt, how good a play was that by Daniel to get that ball down on that last kick?
Really, really good job by him. That's all I was looking at, to be honest with you, and I was like, uh-oh. But he is not only is he an outstanding punter, but he's a hell of a holder as well. And I can't say enough great things about him. He definitely had a huge impact in the game today. I mean, when you average, 56.8 yards a punt, that's pretty damn good. So do not want to have to use him that much. I tell him every week, I said, I hope we only use you as a holder, but today we needed him, and he certainly came through in a big way.
Do you think that Daniel Whelan happened to be the best punter in the NFL with how much his average was today?
Yeah, it sure feels like it. I mean, he's been really consistent. We see it in practice. He's definitely the best I've ever been around. Just not only, he obviously kicks it a long way, but just the hang time too, because some guys will kick it far and they're going to outkick their coverage. But I thought our guys, our flyers, did an outstanding job winning their one-on-one battles, flying down there, and just to negate big return opportunities for the most part.
Is this what you envisioned when you hired Halfley to be a defense coordinator? This kind of performance. Obviously, the last couple games, all the takeaways are great, but when you have to have the defense play like they did without the takeaways,
yeah, it was outstanding. I can't say enough great things about our defense, about the job that he and our staff put our guys in, and the aggressive mindset. You could tell that going into this, we did not want to allow CJ to get comfortable. I think CJ is a real guy in this league, and he's going to be for a really long time. And so just to apply that pressure on him and I obviously overcoming some very bad circumstances throughout the course of the game in terms of being backed up, our sudden change opportunities where our defense was kind of like backed up. But yeah, Halfley does an outstanding job, and so does the rest of our staff.
What did you think of the way Jordan handled the last drive?
I just talked to him about it. That's his superpower. No matter what's happened, whether good or bad, he continues to fight and be resilient, and just the moment's never too big for him. But I thought that was huge for him to be able to take us all the way down the field and get an opportunity right there to kick a field goal. Hats off to him.
Along those lines, there's some real spectacular with him, and then the turnovers too. What do you make of this guy?
Yeah, well, I know the turnover in the second half. They came out. I thought Matt Burke and D'Amico and their defensive staff did a good job of kind of keeping us off balance in terms of just throwing some wrinkles in there. I never felt settled as a play caller, and never felt like we kind of got into a rhythm. They came out, and we had a play dialed up for cover 3, and they come out in man. And, there was a lot of pressure. I thought they did a good job of putting pressure in his face. And, obviously it was an overthrow. So it is what it is. But I thought, sometimes that is the price of doing business. When you are aggressive with your play calls, things can happen.
Yeah, do you have to live with some of the throws he makes? Because he has proven that some of the risky throws end up being successful.
successful, right? Are you okay as a play caller and coach?
Yeah, I think it's always a fine line. You never want to, obviously, the quarterback's number one job is take care of the football, but I also don't think, especially today, we always put them in the best positions to throw the football. So, again, we'll take a look at it, and evaluate it and be critical of ourselves, myself more than anybody.
I think it does for him to win a game at the end like this, because so many games come down to this.
Yeah, I thought he showed great poise and just the ability to lead us down in the most critical moment. Certainly, 2-minute was, I don't want to say it was an issue for us, but we've had some bad things happen in some of those situations, and for us to come away today with a win, a game-winning drive in a 2-minute situation, I think that'll give us a lot of confidence moving forward.
What did you think of the confidence that Brandon McManus exhibited today, going out there, banging one through when they iced him and then making it again when there was a little bit of chaos on the snap?
Yeah, he's a vet, and you can see it. The moment's not too big for him, and obviously that was a big-time kick.
Back to the defense for a second. I know you've talked about him a lot already, but what can you say about that performance by Eric Wilson and what he did for you out there?
Yeah, he made some big-time plays, and especially being able to come in relief of Quay. Certainly Quay he's the guy out there, talking to everybody, and to lose him was big. He seems to be doing okay, but Eric, I can't say enough great things about him. He is the consummate pro in terms of just always knowing what to do, and then being able to, when called upon, go out there and deliver. I'm really proud of him, and we're lucky to have a guy like that on our team.
You talked about Stroud a little earlier about being such a good player. What did you guys do so well against him? No, I don't think he had 100 yards passing.
Yeah, I thought we just put immense pressure on him. That's what it looked like to me.
It seemed like there was always a different player. If it wasn't Eric Wilson, somebody else really stepped up well in the defense as well during the game.
Yeah, I thought our defense played outstanding. That's a really good offensive football team. Joe Mixon, what a stud he is. We could all feel him out there. But to hold a good team like that to 22 points, considering a couple of those drives started deep in our own territory, I thought we gave Hafley a game ball for the defensive performance.
Matt, were you good with the clock management in the last drive? About 30 seconds comes off after a 37-yard line. It takes it down from a minute to 27. Was that, you were okay there?
Yeah, I thought, obviously, we didn't want to they started bringing pressure. And we didn't want to get knocked back out. We were already, we wanted to get a little bit closer for a field goal. But I didn't want to burn that last time out either. So it is what it is. We got to make sure that, certainly I got to make sure that I give our quarterback a play call that can handle whatever it is the defense could present. And he saw the pressure. We want to make sure we get protected first and foremost. I think all in all, I thought he did a pretty good job.
Big picture-wise, what can a game like this do for you guys, considering what you guys overcame?
Yeah, I think it can build a lot of confidence. And you can never take winning for granted in this league. And as sloppy as some of the play was out there today, I love the effort of our guys, the resiliency of our guys, the ability to respond to some adversity, I think is huge. I think obviously that's a playoff caliber football team. I think one of the best teams in the league, and we'll never apologize for winning.
Two more, please.
Coach, this might be a question only us talking heads care about, but Love's predecessor obviously was historic, efficiency-wise, touchdown to interception ratio, and the former quarterback was a little bit more like Love, gunslinger mentality. Is that anything that you can coach out of Love, or is that just changing who he is as a player? Throw less interceptions, obviously.
Like I said, hopefully we can put him in better situations so he's not throwing, picks. So all you talking heads out there can ease on the Brett Favre comparisons.